sorry I've been a bit MIA last week. It's just I had so much going on last week with my daughter's birthday party and everything. It was so much going on. I'm not gonna bore you with all the details, but anyway, I'm back, and I'm back this week with another look. And another thing I want to say to you guys was, I actually never ever used a Jeffree Star Cosmetic anything from his line ever before. Saw the reviews and everything, but never even thought about getting it until his Blue Blood range came out, and it was so much hype and everything, and then everybody was saying how good the blood sugar was. Anyway, I ended up getting the blood sugar palette for myself, and I have to say I'm actually in love with this. With the things I got from his range, I'm actually absolutely in love with it. Today I'm wearing his blood sugar eyeshadow palette on my eyes, and I'm wearing Celebrity Skin liquid lipstick on my lips. I am such a big fan right now with all the formula and the color range. It's so good, it's so vibrant, and it's so different from all the other palettes I own. So the blood sugar, I know it's been like last year or something, but still, just check out the range. Like, I don't think so I have these kind of colors, oops, in any other shit palettes I own. Like, I really like, there's so much variety going on. I am absolutely in love and obsessed with this palette right now, and I want to create like couple of more looks, especially with this purple. It's looking so good to me. But anyway, today this is the look I came up with using this eyeshadow palette. If you want to see how to create this look, just carry on watching the video. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well, so next time I'll post a video, you'll get a notification. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for staying with the family. Thank you so much for your love and support. I really deeply, bottom of my heart, appreciate all the love and support you guys are giving me right now. So let's not waste any more time and just start the look. Love you all, guys. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Okay guys, so we are going to begin with our moisturizing, and today I'm using Emborylisse face cream. This is my first time using it, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It's super rich, and I find it really good. It just kind of, I felt like I had like a canvas to work with. For my eyes, I'm using Dr. Brandt depuffing eye cream. And the good thing about this one is it says on the packaging you can use that before your makeup application. For your or for my primer, I'm using Becca Cosmetics Backlight primer, and to cover my, or to fill my pores, which is mainly showing a lot on my nose lately, is I'm using my Farsali Blur Pore primer. And I'm just only using that mainly on my nose and just a little bit on my cheeks. And for the brow, I'm using my Benefit Cosmetics Precision Pencil, and this is in shade number 5, and I'll be back. I am going to do a bit of a color correcting for this look. As I mentioned to you guys before as well, I'm suffering from a bit of a discoloration and pigmentation, so I just wanted to do that. And for that, I'm using my Tarte Cosmetics color correcting palette, and I picked up the shade orange from the palette to just do the bit of the correcting on where the most discoloration or pigmentation I'm suffering right now. For my foundation, I'm using Urban Cosmetics All Nighter foundation. This foundation is I have a love and hate kind of relationship with this. If my skin is super good and hydrated, this comes out perfect. If my skin is even a little bit dry, it comes out very cakey and flaky looking, which I don't like at all. So whenever my skin is healthy and I feel like it has enough hydration, I use this, like yesterday, and it came out everything awesome. Now for this look, I used my Natasha Denona sponge, makeup sponge. This was my first time using it. I am going to do a full video, full review video about to tell you the difference between the Natasha Denona one and the Beauty Blender. It was okay, but you have to wait for the review video to actually find out what I like or what I didn't like about this sponge. So I'm just blending my makeup with the sponge, and I'm just making sure I've taken the foundation on the eyes too. And guess what, I finally got myself some Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I picked up his Blood Sugar eyeshadow palette as the blue blood was so out of stock. For my eye base, I'm using Hard Candy Full Heavy Coverage Concealer. And to set that concealer, I've used my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder, and we are going to begin with the eye look. So I'm picking up the shade Cake Mix from the Jeffree Star's eyeshadow palette, and I'm applying this as a transition shade. And I'm going quite nice and heavy hand with this shade, because mainly on the outer part of my eye anyway, because when I started I felt like it has like a very light sheen, so you can build this shade. Now I'm picking up the shade Intervention from the palette, and I'm going to apply that in my crease. And while I'm doing that, I'm making sure I'm keep going back and forward with my other brushes, like my transition shade, to make sure everything is looking nice and smooth and there is a nice gradient. And for my lid, I'm picking up the shade Sweetener, and I've used my MAC Cosmetics 217 brush, and before I put the color, I just sprayed my brush with a bit of a Fix Plus, or I think it was a NYX Cosmetics one. And now I'm going to cut my crease, and I'm using the same Hard Candy concealer to do that. And I have to say, I was so impressed with using this particular concealer to cut my crease. It gave me a really intense, very heavy, creamy, and really easy base to work with. Like, it was super easy. Usually I sometimes struggle cutting my crease, because now with the age and everything, I feel like my eyelid is like dropping a little bit, but with this one it was super quick and easy. So I'm just doing that right now, and believe me, it took me a quick, like more, like it was a little longer than that. And to set my concealer, I've used the shade Glucose from the eyeshadow palette, which is a really bright white color. Before, I went in with the Infallible eyeshadow in shade Time Still Resist, which is really nice white like pigment from L'Oreal. And I went with another flat brush to just cover that area. For my mascara, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Skin mascara, and for the contour, I'm going to use my LA Girl Cosmetic Pro Conceal, and this is in shade Beautiful Bronze. And I can't believe how many times I've go back and like the product I used to use a lot back in the days, and now I have found other alternatives. But whenever I go back to my old products, I just feel like I've just realized how much I used to love them, and I'm like falling in love with them again. Like this particular contour stick, I used to only use the LA Girl one all the time, but now I have others. But yesterday I decided to use this one, and I was just like, oh my god, I have to start using this a lot again. And I'm just blending all my contour first before going with my concealer. And for the concealer, I believe for this look I've used my Jouer Cosmetics Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in shade Macadamia. This is again one of my favorite products right now, especially in concealers, because it doesn't crease that much under my eye area. I do suffer this problem with a lot of other concealers, but this one is the only one which seems to be working right now and is so full coverage. To set this, I'm using my MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix powder in shade C3.5, and I'm going to set my contour with the same Studio Fix powder, but in shade number NC45, which is more of like a warm tone, or more of like a contour shade. I like using this a lot because it kind of gives me the bronzy look at the same time as contour, because sometimes I don't like very harsh contour. For my blush, I'm using in This is L'Oreal's blush, and as you can see, I've already lost the lid. It's in shade Rose. To set my nose contour, I'm using the same MAC Studio Fix powder, and I'm just going to just set that. And I'm using all the brushes I use in this look is either from Zoeva, Morphe, or MAC. And of course this one, Anastasia. And for my highlighter, I've used Dose of Colors FUEGO highlighter, and I'm using my Anastasia brush to apply this. This is the only highlighter brush I really like. Like, I do have so many, but I always end up going back to this one. And this is just me fixing a little bit on my eye. Oh, by the way, for my lower lash line, I just followed exactly the same shade as my transition and the crease shade, and I just smoked everything out with my transition shade for my lower lash line, and I took the white shade in the inner part of the eye. For my lip liner, I'm using MAC Cosmetics lip liner in shade WHIRL. This is one of my favorite shades because it's so close matched to my own lip color, and if I want to overline or anything, this is the only lip liner I go to. It's super duper good, and it's very versatile. You can use this as a base for a lot of different shades. This is me going crazy because I love Jeffree's liquid lipsticks, and I only got myself two. This one is Celebrity Skin, the one I use for this look. There is another one, you have to just wait. I might grab more. Actually, I'm so much in love with his range right now. I just want to grab his concealer and setting powders and use those now and just see what they look like or feel like. To set my eye everything in place, I'm using my NYX Cosmetics Dewy Finish Makeup Setting Spray. Hope you guys like this look. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.